If this is just for loot, then that's sad times. Laser targeting system. Can we put that on a stun gun?
We hope to have it fully functional tomorrow.
We can. Cool. Laser sight on the stun gun. Ammo capacity. So damage output and rate of fire are maxed out. I mean, I guess damage capacity doesn't really apply to a stun gun. Whole lot of loot in here. Am I going to find anywhere to sell loot in this little Jensen's story that we're in? I'm feeling like maybe not. Break policy. We are not mandated to give breaks to our employees. Breaks will not exceed 20 minutes in length. 20 minutes? I only get 15 at work. Get them twice a day, but still. Can't do a lot in 15 minutes. Oh, someone's sus. I didn't realise there were peeps out there. Can we
What could that have been?
lure this man in? And then give him a bit of a corner biff. Bop. And possibly break his neck. You're right, friend. Yeah, he's alive. Now,
General message. Due to the security lockdown,
so we do have a camera there. So maybe we avoid it completely. We've got big boys that can't be stealth takedowns though. That's not nice. So maybe we sneak under the camera. That generally works. Now, where are we even going? Map is as unhelpful as it was in the base game. And we just about got away with sneaking down that ladder. And now we've got ourselves a door. We can hack that. So, again, it looks like it's one where the red bit cannot be captured. So let's go up there and capture that. And that, because why not? Now we should be able to get this data store before anything goes terribly wrong.
Access
Nice.
granted.
reminder. Any employees in this space who lose their weapons will be fined.
So what's that do for us? Is this just a treasure room? Might be. Shotguns. Hollow sights. Okay. Just a treasure room. But it gets us past all those big bad lads coming this way. Because we don't like the big bad lads. Who are you? And are you coming out of that door? No? Good.
Heard something.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. Now, you can come with me. You can hide in the storage room. Is this room going to do anything for us? It's got a computer in it. It's got crafting parts. It's got a vent. Melvin. Lockdown computers. Okie doke. Death notification. That sounds more interesting. Alright. Okay, so there's a bank job. You're receiving this notification because you have worked with the following casualties. That seems a bit impersonal. But there we go. I don't think I'd want to receive an email that was just like, oh hey, yeah, you know that guy, Jim, that you used to work with? Yeah, he's dead now. So, I feel like we're going to have to go back up to the upper floor where our big friends were, because that seemed to be where the door was that led to the next section. So we might have to make our way past them after all. I mean, we've got a cloaking device, so it might not be the hardest thing in the world. But still. Coming up this way, does this help us? He's a normal lad. The other two don't seem to come around here. We'll do that, that was close. I think we've hidden that guy out of sight. Nothing terribly important on his computer. Right, so we could also have gone up. Does that help us into the next room? Maybe not. That would have just helped us to get to the other side of this room.
Be advised, the exercise room will be closed for maintenance until the end of the month.
Well, there's a vent up there. So maybe we can use that to get around. Nice. And we're
Will
in.
you relax? We were following orders. We didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but what he did? Don't know what he did when he was in there.
We're soldiers. We don't need an explanation. If we get into trouble, we'll just say the orders came from up high, which they did.
I'm not sure we were just following orders for hold up in court.
Trust me, we'll be fine.
Right, so they may have been talking about the Tarvos guy who got into the station, because they were saying we don't know what he did when he was in there. So they might have been the cronies of the main man that was causing trouble.
Whatever he did, that's for sure.
Now, is this just taking us past all those guys? We're trying to get into a central room, it seems.
Due to a security lockdown, all interviews for today have been cancelled.
Chang, I'm at the command center.
Good timing. Miss Kilmanovic called again. Said the Tarvos officer had a high-tech device on him. The kind you'd need a request email and the lieutenant's blessing to use.
That means an order may have come from the top. I'll see what I can find out in the lieutenant's office.
His name's Whitaker, and if I'm right, his office will be up on the mezzanine.
Cool. I don't think I had any reason whatsoever to punch out that guy who was using the loo. No, he didn't have any loot or anything worthwhile. I just punched him out because I thought it'd be funny. I suppose if things do go hairy at any point, that's one less guy who's now going to be trying to murder us. Let's tuck him out of sight round here. Don't know if that's necessary. But yeah. If anyone comes in, they'll just be like, well, I guess he's just had a hard day. Let's leave him and not ask any questions, because we don't want to know the answers. Now, we're due to go up to the upper floor.
Men,
We could probably do through this vent.
Lieutenant Whittaker. These are trying times. In the streets outside, local police are investigating something that may turn out to be a terrorist bomb. I expect everyone at their best during this lockdown. This means total commitment to Tarvos.
Use it over the place.
Okay, so that sounded like
Fellow officers,
a man in
Why
charge.
would we use something that's dependent on Corset 12? That's just mental. It hasn't been fully tested. How long is this gonna take?
Why are these lads also British?
Fine.
That's
I'll
just
wait.
mental. Right, do we drop down here? I think it's safe. Does that help us? Probably not. But we have now got our second practice, so maybe... Yeah, I did want the Quicksilver Reflex booster, because it's just nice to be able to take down two lads at once. When it works. Which it often does. But now we're back on a lower floor, it seems, where we can't find our man. There's two lads in this room. Come around this way. We might be able to take them both out. Although they might be too far apart. You turned your radio off, my man. You gonna come around and turn it back on?
Let's head back.
General message.
No.
Please
Confirmed.
refrain from non-essential
Narrow patrol.
communication until the security lockdown has been lifted.
Right, so he's back in position. More hacking to be done. So we can't, again, take out that one. We've got a spam over there, though, which will slow down.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Right, how are we going to get it done? Yeah, we are.
Access granted.
Good, and we got some credits. Are they useful in this mode? Again, I'm not sure. Org joke of the day. As every org joke, so I look over your shoulder. Not
Chang.
sure. I get it.
Whitaker may be involved in this. He ordered equipment off the record that could have been used to corrupt the footage.
He did something unofficial at Tarvos? That's huge, Jensen.
The information I found is only circumstantial, but it's enough to confront him. I'll get back to you if I catch him in a talking mode.
Excellent. So, Whitaker. Do we know who Whitaker is? Was that explained earlier when I wasn't paying attention? Or is that just something we don't know? Also, do I even need to worry about taking out these lads? I'd quite like to take out these lads, just for the XP. But I don't know if it's required.
I'm going to check that out.
Stay calm.
So yeah, you come check that out, my friend. That's you messed up. Now we should be able to sneak up on your mate without getting spotted. Gonna be close. Bop. Ooh, that seems painful. And you're not carrying anything of note, but you are guarding a computer. Dwight. Let's see. Okay, no plot relevant information on that one. Third computer though. Now, where's our red bit? Yeah, I'm not liking all these computers having red bits that we can't do anything with. So, where might we want to go? We've got that data store. That's transferred to, so we can go to there, and then to there, and then to there, and then we're in.
We have been advised by Prague City Services.
Access
Pressure
granted.
power may be interrupted. Our backup water tanks and generators can keep our officers up and
Dishes.
running for a minimum of 24
We've noticed
hours.
some issues with cleanliness in the kitchen area. This could be any workplace ever. Literally any workplace I've worked at has sent out that email like once every couple of months. Okay, I think we've run out of stuff to do in this room. We can access the IT department, but do we need to be on this lower floor at any point? Or should we be heading back upstairs? Alright, someone spotted us.
Deadly infectious diseases are at the center of some disturbing health news right now. The most significant
Is anyone going to notice if we knock him out?
is an antibiotic resistance.
I hope not, because we are knocking him out. Good. I'm glad the door auto-closed behind us there. Now you can hide around the corner in this room with all of your unconscious friends. But yeah, maybe you head back upstairs from this server room. Is that doable? It was in here that we dropped down, wasn't it? Can we climb up that step ladder? We can. As you would expect, it's a step ladder. So we still need to be up higher though, if we want to get to the floor we need to be on. We're between floors at the moment, it seems. I can't see any way to get higher from here. So maybe we just go back out the vent and up the stairs like a normal person.
Hackers for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these hackers leave in their wake.
Alright. Let's cloak. We've got a camera to get past. Okay, it's got a bit sus. So yeah, we need more batteries if we want to make good use of that cloaking device, it seems.
Confirmed. That makes 4.
Alright, what are you doing? You're going back and forth.
General message. Mr. Murray's concealed weapons class.
Can anyone see you where you're standing right now? Are we going to be able to take you out in a moment? Or will that other lad in the grey room spot you? Okay, it doesn't look as though anyone will spot you. So we might knock you out when you come back. Lovely stuff. So we've got a camera that's in the way. Is that going to be Simon Whittaker in that office? Perhaps.
That site is low on units. Move to maintain.
I know. I remember too. Yes. Of course. I'm sorry, sis. I've done absolutely everything in my power to keep you.
Lieutenant Whittaker?
I have to go. Something's come up.
Yeah, get off the phone, you bum. We got conversations to have.
into my office?
I'm with Interpol. We have reason to believe someone from Tarvos Security Services tampered with evidence at Ruzicka Station shortly after the terrorist attack occurred.
And it was you.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Interpol? What the hell are you talking about? How dare you accuse Tarvos of collaborating with terrorists?
It's not an accusation, Whittaker, it's a fact. Someone from this office corrupted the station's Intellicam footage using a modified RDT device. And I'm pretty sure that someone was you.
What? That is preposterous.
We got evidence, mate.
Where would you get an idea like that?
Your IT department sent an email. Alan, the LT, came to me today. Demanded I give him an RDT device reconfigured to spot corrupt digital data. Said he'd submit the paperwork later.
Yeah, he knows he's guilty.
Shall I continue? Or would you like to explain now?
It's not what it looks like.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not a terrorist.
Okay, maybe you're not.
I'm not an AUG sympathizer. And it wasn't a Tarvos mandate or anything like that.
It's off the books.
I had to protect my sister.
Your sister? Your sister was the bomber?
No, she would never. It was her husband. Ark got to him. Brainwashed him somehow.
My brother-in-law was a proud man. He was a good mechanic. But after the incident, people didn't trust dogs around machinery.
He lost his job. He and your sister would have been forced to move to Gollum City then. You sure he was a member of ARC?
Isn't everyone in that place? And you have to be if you want to survive. When he lost his license to work, he became bitter and resentful. ARC must have preyed on that. It's what terrorists do.
It's what somebody did. I'm just not sure it was ARC.
It was Marchenko,
His
wasn't it?
name, Lieutenant.
He's dead. But my sister isn't. You ID the bomber, and the next thing that happens is the police start tearing through Gollum City looking for her. So no, I'm not telling you his name.
That's fair. Right. I don't think that's going to help him. I think pressuring him is the way to go.
Look, Whitaker, we'll get the name one way or another. If it comes from you now, willingly, I might be able to keep others from getting it too.
It's Burke. Ivan Burke. So what are you going to do now?
What are we going to do now? I mean, let's be nice to Whitaker, I think.
I get that you acted to protect your sister, and that you're worried she'll be put at risk. I'll do my best to keep names out of my report for now, but I can't guarantee they won't be needed in the future.
I see. I appreciate you giving me and my sister a chance, Agent.
Yeah, maybe get her out of Gollum
I'll
if
make
you
sure
can.
an officer is waiting at the lift. It'll take you down to the metro level.
Men, this is Lieutenant Whitaker. In the midst of our lockdown, an Interpol agent penetrated our defenses. We'll deal with the ramifications later. For now, show him to the lift so we can access the metro. Whitaker, out.
So, what is...
Before you go, allow me to offer you a token of my appreciation. Some whiskey, perhaps?
Cheers, we'll take it all. But yeah, perhaps if we'd been meaner to him, he'd have said, "Men, an Interpol agent is being a right pain in the ass. Please shoot him in the face on the way out." But no, all is well, it seems. Now, we've got more praxis. Do we need it at this point? Because we're just going to stroll on out of here and all is going to be well, right? We haven't come across any turrets that we need to deal with. Because I don't know how big this DLC is. Are we going to be moving on to a second part of the mission? I do want jumpy legs. I don't want to go through that box debacle again. Now, do we also want to sneak into his little room? Is he going to mind if we do this? He probably will. So we'll drop a quick save just to be on the safe side. Hacking 5, you say? Well, we can work our way across there. Then all would be well. But we'll probably get caught on this first one. Yeah, we will.
Trace program initiated.
Oh, geez, that one's at 7 now. We can use the stop worm now. We've got them, we may as well use them. And then we can try and capture that one. And that should do it.
Access granted.
Lovely.
Can you check that out?
He's suspicious. So what's in there? A safe and whatnot.
That's enough. We've got work to do.
Cool. And we're in. So we can help ourselves to all of his gubs, except the stuff that we can't pick up. Got a key card.
I can't. Melissa, I don't have time for this. The goddamn train station's on fire. I know. Your brother-in-law's the one who did it. What? I told you ARC was trying to recruit him. When the police find out it was Ivan, they'll come for me.
I can fix this. We've covered up things caught in camera before.
What?
Yeah, if they haven't accessed the stations or telling them data yet. I have to go. I have to do this now. I'll call you, Mel. I promise.
Right, so we could have got the information
Chang, make sure there's a metro train available for me at Terminal Station.
in other ways.
Did you find out who corrupted the footage?
I did better than that. I'll fill you in on the details back at HQ.
But no, yeah, it looks like we're free to just stroll on out. We've been peaceful. We've been stealthy. No alarms, no killings. And we can just stroll on out the building. So, which way do we go?
Hey, this is the lift that'll get you to the metro level.
Thanks, friend. I'm just going to steal some crafting materials if I can. Thanks.
You gonna step inside
buddy.
or not?
Yeah, I'm going. Cheers, pal. Now, metro level. So yeah, I guess we'd use the keycard there if we hadn't been nice to Whitaker. But we were, because this version of Adam Jensen is a good boy. Although he's tempted to hack that security thing. But we don't need to, because we're just on our way out. Yeah, got past you, buddy. How'd you feel about that? Feels very sad. You could see it in his eyes. He didn't say anything, but you could tell he was bested. Where are we going? Just back to base?
Chang.
You got here quick. So let's have it, Jensen. Who's our bomber, and how the hell is Tarvos involved?
The footage was corrupted by a Tarvos officer to protect the identity of a family member.
Okay, so who is the bomber?
The bomber doesn't matter. Someone within ARC is acting against Rucker's ideals. They recruited a nobody with very few options in life to be nothing more than a pawn in all this.
Nice work, Jensen. You must have been quiet in there. Tarvos hasn't reported anything.
Yeah, we were sneaky.
I like to get answers without creating new questions.
You're just gonna look at us then, Chang. Alright then, I guess that was it then for Desperate Measures. And now we're going through the credits again. Is it going to go all the way through them and take 20 bloody minutes like the end of the main game did? Maybe so. But either way, that's Desperate Measures out of the way. Next week we'll come back and we'll have a look at System Rift. Thanks for watching, friends.